Hey, what's going on, people? I hope y'all are doing good. If you know me, then you know I've been focusing on trying to make my new home as smart as possible, but at the same time, I really don't want to overdo it. I'm trying to think practical. So far, I think we've done a pretty good job.
Recently, we added the Eufy permanent outdoor lights to our home, and while my wife and I love them, my son, on the other hand, thinks they are out of this world, especially since he thinks he has the force and can control turning on and off lights just by holding up his hands. Today, I've partnered with Eufy to share my experience so far and give you my honest thoughts on their permanent outdoor lights.
The lights retail for $2.99, but you can easily find them for $1.99. I'll drop links down in the description to make it a little bit easier for you, as well as any discount codes that Eufy sends my way.
The kit comes with a set of lights that can cover up to 30 meters or 100 feet. Inside the box, you get everything you need, including instructions, a ruler for measuring the proper distance off of your home's wall for the best lighting experience, and all the mounting equipment you'll need for securing the lights along your roof. The lights come in multiple sections, which makes getting the right length without cutting them much easier. It also means that you can pick up additional sets of lights like this one for extended coverage, which I might do at a later point, but we'll come back to that.
Installation is straightforward. It typically takes about a half day to a full day depending on the size of your home, with little to no help.
Unless you live in a house like mine where the roof is over 30 feet tall and I'm deathly afraid of heights. Yeah, that's not happening. Not to mention, my ladder doesn't quite reach that high. There are a few options, one of which is to buy a bigger ladder, which in my case just means sudden death. You can also rent a man lift, but in my neighborhood with all the current construction happening, that's a terrible idea. So I went with choice number 3, which was to hit up Google, do a quick search, and find a local handyman. Juan from Around USA Services here in Orlando was the GOAT and was able to get me taken care of in just a few hours.
Thanks, Juan! Even though I didn't install them myself, I could still give you the rundown.
Each light has 3M on the backside used to temporarily place the lights in position. Depending on your house, you might even find this to be enough. But I live in Florida, where temperatures range from forehead sweat to swampy butt crack. So it's recommended to utilize the screws and mounts to ensure the lights stay put.
Especially if you live in an area that's prone to storms and strong winds, because you don't want your lights blowing off of your house and onto another.
Another important part of the installation process is power. The lights themselves are waterproof and feature an IP67 rating.
However, the power and control box are not waterproof.
The 100-foot version that I have will come with the waterproof housing, which is great. However, they are in the process of updating it with a new waterproof power adapter. Eufy's already made this change to the 50-foot version, so if you pick up the smaller version, just know that the power adapter is waterproof. If, however, you already purchased the 100-foot version and you did not receive the housing, try contacting Eufy. Otherwise, I'll link it down below in case you want to pick it up yourself, because it's not very expensive.
The other option is to run the cable directly into your house and then use an indoor outlet. You can enter your house a few different ways. You could go through your attic or maybe your garage, and this could be an easier process depending on your house.
Once installed, they look great. It's funny that such a simple upgrade can bring an entirely new vibe to a home, making it feel more luxurious. That is, if your son doesn't get a hold of your phone and just start pushing buttons at random.
For my home, I only needed about half of the lights included in the kit to cover the entire front part of my house. Even with an additional set, I couldn't have covered the entire home, and I didn't want to leave the job done half-assed.
So one thing you might want to consider is if you live in a neighborhood like mine and you're this close to your neighbors, you might not want to put lights on this side of the house because, I mean, look how close I am to my neighbors, and I really don't want to be disrespectful and blind them with a bunch of flashing lights, especially when you can see all of their windows right there. So that's just something to take into consideration when you're installing these lights.
Now, with that said, I think I might have more lights installed along the other side and into the back part of my home soon, just because the effects are really cool, and I wouldn't mind having them up for different holidays and special occasions.
Speaking of effects, let's talk about the app, which offers tons of preset themes and customization options. Since each light is a dual LED design, consisting of an RGB and a dedicated 3000 Kelvin warm white LED, you can really dial in the exact color you want or keep it classy with whatever shade of white you want. If you want to take your time, you can even customize the color of each bulb individually and finish it off by applying your own lighting effect. If you're lazy like me, you can always use the presets under the Ambience tab, or better yet, just let AI take care of you. All you gotta do is type in a few prompts to describe the scene you're looking for, and the app will take care of the rest. It will generate a color palette and a light effect that suits your prompt. It's not perfect, but it saves a ton of time, and it creates unique scenes that can be saved as presets for quickly coming back to. It also works best with more lights, which is another reason I think I'm going to expand. If you're bored or just want to spice things up, but you really can't think of a prompt, you can always just roll the dice and create something at random. These can also be saved as presets. Scheduling lights for different days of the week or times of the day is also easy. Just tap on the schedule option and follow the on-screen instructions. You can schedule built-in or custom presets. One of my favorite features is called Lumino Link, which works in conjunction with Eufy's security cameras such as the solar wall light cam that I have here.
It's a freaking fantastic camera. I can't hype it up enough just for the wireless install alone and the fact that it charges itself using a built-in solar panel.
Once set up, you can dial in your Lumino Link settings by the day, time, and device or devices. I have mine set up to turn my lights bright red for 1 minute whenever someone walks on my property and my security system is enabled. When the security system is turned off and I'm home, I have a setting for the lights to turn bright white for more visibility for people coming over and visiting. Of course, you can make it your own and have it do whatever you want, including different themes for holidays like Halloween, since trick-or-treaters are going to be coming up to your door. As for the quality of the lights, they're rated for 55,000 hours or about 6.5 years and produce extremely vibrant, flicker-free colors or soft ambient white light. They get nice and bright. You can even see them during the day under the hot Florida sun. I was very surprised when I pulled up one day and saw my lights were on. A, it made me realize I forgot to turn my lights off, and then B, I was like, wow, these things are bright. The Eufy permanent outdoor lights are an affordable and easy way of giving your home a more luxurious look while also packing a ton of fun features that your kids will love. They can even dial in their own theme for their birthdays, Christmas, and more. It's pretty neat.
The lights are fantastic and my family loves them. My only real regret is not getting them sooner and also not going further around my house when Juan was on the roof. I need you, Juan. I need you.